Dear friends and colleagues, today our academic topic is basic life support. Basic life support is one of the fundamental knowledge and skill every healthcare professional should know about that, right? So, basic life support we are going to see in a episodic sessions, right? Today, the first episode we start with the chain of survival. So, what is this chain of survival is means the chain of survival is the core concept of the BLS. Why this chain of survival is important, right? The basic life support is a sequences of actions. The sequences of action from from step 1 to then it will extend to step 10, step 12 like that, right? To easily you can remember it. One thing you can easily make the concept out of it. It is easy to teach that, then it is easy to make a research on it. So to various reasons this chain of survival is important, right? So the cardiac arrest may happen at any places, anywhere, to any person. So they given a two chain of survivals. One is out of hospital chain of survival, one is in hospital chain of survival. So out of hospital chain of survival, what you are seeing in the picture, the above one is the out of hospital cardiac arrest chain of survival, which consists of 5 links. So we'll go by one. In the first link is any cardiac arrest. The first the resuscitation will start once you recognize the problem. The thing is, the important thing is you are recognizing the cardiac arrest, then you are activating the help. It is given in the pictorial demonstration like a phone call, right? Recognize the problem and activate the help, nearby help. It may be an ambulance or it may be a healthcare provider who will come and help you, right? The next thing is don't delay for the help, right? You are the right person, you are the first responder, you witnessed an arrest, you start the chest compression as early as possible. The chest compression is the only core intervention which will save the patient. The chest compression should not stop until you get the qualified help or the victim is reaching to the hospital. So that is given in the second link, right? The third link is known as the rapid defibrillation. So the rapid defibrillation, how we can give the rapid defibrillation in a public places like in the airport, railway station or in the shopping mall, right? There is a specialized device is there that is called AED, automated external defibrillator. As soon as somebody started the compressions, so you are bringing the AED, you can connect the AED and you can try to deliver the shock. So what are the types available of AED, how to use that, where to stick the pads, all these things is given in the previous video, that is given in the defibrillation video. Just go through that. So try to give the rapid defibrillation. Right. The fourth link is consists of the ambulance. It is a safe transportation. The safe transportation, for example, you are in the ambulance, you are handling the cardiac arrest victim. So what you have to do is you have to do 2-3 things in that ambulance during the transportation. The first thing is you have to continue the resuscitation. Sometimes the patient may be needed a CPR inside the ambulance, so you have to continue with the resuscitation process, and otherwise you have to monitor the post cardiac arrest patient. That is the thing, first priority you have to do is. The next thing what we have to do is you have to notify the receiving hospital. For example, you are transporting this patient to a cardiac center, right? So that time you call to that hospital, talk to that emergency physician or cardiologist or whomever responsible person in that hospital. You talk to them, they will be prepared for the receiving a cardiac arrest patient. Otherwise they will be busy with the other patients, or sometimes the ER is filled with patients, so there will not be a place for your patient. So it is our responsibility, you have to call to that hospital and notify the hospital. The third thing in EMS, you are in the EMS, you have to find the right hospital. So the right hospital means what? The hospital which is fully equipped with cardiac care, 24 hours cardiac care, 24 hours cath lab services, 24 hours intensive care, 24 hours emergency care. So all other specialties, services must be available in a comprehensive way. So that center you find it out. That is the very key element of the outcome of the victim. The last one is known as it is the hospital care. So hospital care means it is an integrated post cardiac arrest care. What is this integrated cardiac post care means? Like the patient needs some other specialty opinions other than the cardiac care, like the patient is having the coexisting pulmonary disease or kidney disease or liver disease, you need a specialist to treat that. So you need other specialties, that is known as, all these is integrated, intensive care, emergency care, other specialties which will come into this. So this is the out of hospital cardiac arrest chain of survival, which starts from the recognize the problem, activate the EMS, start the early chest compressions, try to give the rapid defibrillation as early as possible with AED or other specialized defibrillator, safely transport to the cardiac care ambulances, notify that hospital where you are bringing the patient, and you have to find the correct hospital. Then it is a good integrated care. In this out of hospital, the first 3 links are very important, because it is out of hospital, so you are the first responder, you are doing the care, so the chain, all the chains are interlinked. It means that you have to continue the care. Any interruption in the care will make the chain weak and the patient outcome will be poor, right? So when in out of hospital you are doing this. When come to the in hospital, there is a little difference is there. You are seeing the down picture, that is the in hospital cardiac arrest care algorithm. So chain of survival. In this, one element is added extra. What is that means? You have to make the surveillance potential causes for the cardiac arrest. The potential causes of cardiac arrest we discussed very elaborately in the early warning signs of cardiac arrest in the previous video. Just to go through my previous video, there we have discussed elaborately what are all the reasons, what are all the factors which will produce the cardiac arrest, that is given in that. So you have to make a surveillance of each minute or each hour. You have to do that. You correct it and prevent the cardiac arrest. Once the cardiac arrest happens, the chain of survival similar to that out of hospital chain of survival. Just to start the chest compression, call for help. If you are a single rescuer, you have to call to the code blue team. If you are a 2 rescuer is there, you start with the basic life support. You ask the other person to call for the help, right? That is the call for help. The third link is the start the compressions as early as possible. Don't delay the compression when it inside the hospital. The survival rate inside the hospital is very high, right? So the fourth is to deliver the shock. Then this you can use the AED or specialized defibrillator, whichever is available according to your institution policy. You can do that. The last one is the advanced integrated care, which includes the cath lab, cardiac team, and the intensive care team, right? So this is the major difference between the out of hospital and in hospital cardiac arrest care chain of survival, right? When it comes to the pediatric care, the pediatric chain of survival is included. There is a one link is there, which means it is a protecting the child. Most of the time when compared to the adult, the cardiac arrest causes may be the cardiac reasons. It may be the MI, it may be the toxic induced, or it may be valvular disease, whatever it may be. But when coming to the pediatric practice, most of the time it is the airway problem, breathing problem, or the shock, right? So these reasons will cause the cardiac arrest in the pediatric. If you talk about the shock, the pediatric, they are more prone for the hypovolemic shock due to the vomiting, diarrhea, or next threat is the septic shock. So all these things we have to correct it. You protect the child from all these dangerous elements like airway problem, breathing problem, and to avoid the shock, right? Protect the child. Once the cardiac arrest happen in the pediatric, our first aim is to start the compressions and CPR first. First 2 minutes you resuscitate yourself, then try to call for the help if you are alone. If the 2 persons is there, you ask the 1 person to activate the help. Just you stay with the patient and start this chain of survival, like early compression, call for help, safe transportation, and good integrated system of care. In this integrated system of care, that hospital must be equipped with the pediatric specialty, right? So now we know that the chain of survival, this is the core concept. It is easy to remind in ourselves, and easy to teach, and easy to make a concept, and easy to make a research, right? Thank you for watching this video. We will see the BLS steps in the next videos. Thank you.